Welcome to Coach's Corner Caf fans. Thanks for joining me here on this kind of chilly Monday, August afternoon with Mike Spriggs. And I'm going to review the Valley View game, talk a little bit about Clinton Massie. I'm going to start something new this year and talk about a former player, whether a recent or maybe even go back a little bit. I'm going to go back a little bit this week. And then do a senior spotlight and then a support staff spotlight. And then that'll wrap it up. And as we move on through the year, I'll start maybe throwing some film on and prep work for the next team and things like that. But let's start right off the bat because this is a pretty cool story. Kyle Hoyne, who was a quarterback for us in the, I think, 98, 99, something like that. One of those really good state teams. And Kyle needed a kidney transplant. And his best friend, Tyler Vogel's brother, ended up being the recipient. Brooks Vogel was the recipient for Kyle, and so that's a pretty cool story that a friend got to help out a friend, and from what I understand from a good friend of mine, Rod Hoyne, kept me up on top of things, and Rod is Kyle's uncle, and so things are going well. Both of them got through the surgery well, and things seem to be working. So hopefully, fingers crossed that continues because it just happened Friday. So it's still in the early stages. But hats off to Kyle, was a really good player, and then his brother Kevin took over for him a few years later, and obviously Kevin was a really good player here and also at UD. But so that's going to be my former player little. I guess spotlight. Now I'll just random guys that hit my mind for something like that. So let's back up here to last Friday night and ended up being Saturday morning by the time we got home. But the Valley View game was an incredible game just to be involved with. The score was 49-48 in overtime. They went for two in the overtime after we had scored and kicked our extra point, and so they decided let's go win it. And Derek Deuce, our linebacker, blitzed and just clipped the quarterback's elbow when he was throwing the ball. So it kind of just made it a bad throw. And so Cavs win 49-48 in a really, really exciting, long game, I guess for lots of reasons. When there's 14 touchdowns, there's lots of stoppage of the clock, lots of long, big plays, which kind of takes some time. And so really well played game, especially offensively. Both teams with lots of good skill players. So it wasn't one guy that rushed for 300 yards for one team or pass for 500 or something like that. It was just a mixture of lots of different guys making plays, and that's fun to watch for the fans. It's fun as a coach to know that you have 4, 5, 6 guys offensively making plays, and it was just a well played game. I think there was they intercepted a pass. We had one turnover. I'm not sure that they had one, but there was a kickoff return for a touchdown. We threw a double pass for a big gain. Our first play of the game after we stopped them was a 65-yard long touchdown pass on the first play. We kicked an onside kick, a little dribbler that our kicker just dribbled it straight ahead forward and went and recovered it. There was just so many things, fun things now that you look back, especially when you win, that made it a really fun, exciting game. And so hopefully now Valley View can win 8 games, I guess, 8 or 9 games and get us lots of points since they're Division 4. And so good ball game. We are signed up again to play Valley View the next 2 years also, so that's good. That keeps our schedule rolling, and they'll come here next year, I think, and then obviously then we'll go back there in a couple years. So good victory for the Cavaliers. Great for our confidence with guys, a lot of guys that played that had not played in a varsity game. So looking towards this week, Clinton Massie, who we played last year. They are also Division 4. They're in the same region as Valley View, I think. The score was 31-15 last year. We played really well in the first half and got a good lead and then cruised through the second half. They won last week. They beat Waynesville. I think it was something like 35 to 14 or 18, something like that. So they're coming to Coldwater. It's, I believe, a 7:30 game, right, Mike? It's a 7:30 game also, just because of the travel. They lost quite a few seniors, kind of like we did, but they're still they are. This game, I guarantee you, well, unless there's a lightning delay, this game will not last as long because they're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball 85% of the time, and so the game will not last nearly as long. They have a really good history of really good football there. They've won the state 2, maybe 3 times. I think 3 times actually, and so it's going to be a good matchup. Big, strong, physical team. I guess kind of physically kind of look like Kirtland does. I guess I probably said that last year when we played Kirtland. But we're gonna go take them on, or they're gonna come here and we're gonna take them on and see if we can't get another victory. And again, they'll win 7, 8, 9 games. And so looking forward to the challenge with Clinton Massey again at 7:30 here at Cavalier Stadium. So spotlight today. I'm just Mike's here with me, but Mike Spriggs, Chris Crone, and Rod Stogler have been with us since Coach Reed took over, and Chris and Rod do all the stats, and it's such a luxury to have 2 guys that are so into it and love to do it, and they get it the next day, and Chris sends it to all the media outlets, so it's something that as coaches we don't have to really worry about and deal with. And then Mike gets it all and puts it on the site here with Cav Football. And so just a well-oiled machine, I guess, between Mike, Chris, and Rod as they get all the stats, all the highlights, all the just fun stuff that people like to see. And lots of people appreciate, the Cav Football site that just has whole lot of stuff, history and a lot of history and stats and records and all that kind of stuff. So thanks to Mike, Chris, and Rod for all the work that they do. And then finally, our player spotlight. I'm going to go with, again, senior spotlight. I'm going to go with Nolan Mesher, number 3, and Bryce Couchot, number 21. So Nolan is a receiver and DB for us this year, and Nolan's a great example of waiting your time to be a good varsity starter. And so we didn't know what Nolan would bring to the table this year, but he's also our punt returner and a kick returner. So he was out there a bunch last week and made some really good defensive plays. And obviously Nolan has a soft spot in my heart because he is 5, maybe 5, 6, or 7 now, and he only weighs about 125 pounds. So, of course, I guess sort of like me way back in the day, well, I'm not sure you're big enough. I'm not sure you're tall enough. I'm not sure you're tough enough, all that stuff. And Nolan has shown everybody this past Friday night that he can play with a really good team and against a really good team and be productive. So proud of Nolan. Good for him. And Bryce Couchot, number 21. Bryce was our kicker last year and did a great job. He was 8 for 8 on field goals, and I think he has, I don't know, including last Friday, he's over 70 extra consecutive points, which is a school record. And Bryce also played corner last week and did a good job. So he's playing more than just kicking this year. So kudos to him. Hopefully we can keep him healthy, obviously. But Bryce also has really improved his kickoffs. I think he kicked 3 or 4 in the end zone last week. And so that's quite a weapon. He is our punter. He had 1 punt last week for 45 yards. So that's outstanding. So hopefully we can continue to punt well if we have to punt. And so Nolan Mesher, number 3, and Bryce Couchot, number 21. So looking forward to the game on this Friday night at 7:30 at Cavalier Stadium versus Clinton Massey.